Hello everyone, I am Jhalak Patel, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electronics and Communication. Welcomes you to the session of Power Electronics. Today I am going to discuss about Unit 2, that is Control Rectifiers, with topic Semiconductor Examples. So let's start the session. In the previous session, we have discussed about the operation of semiconductor in three phases with two different modes with alpha value less than 60 degree and alpha value greater than 60 degree, means firing angle when greater than 60 degree what happens, and when it is less than 60 degree then it operates in a three pulse converter that we have seen in the last lecture. Now let's take one example related to it. The problem statement is derive the expression for average and RMS value of SCR current for the 3-pulse mode of semiconductor. What is the peak forward and reverse voltage across SCR? So here what is asked is that derive the expression of average and RMS value of SCR current. So first of all, for 3-pulse it is asked. So consider this figure. Using this figure we will do the calculation for the SCR average current as well as for RMS current. So as you see in this figure that the current appears, means maximum current appears in between 0 to 2 pi by 3. So what happens is, from the figure, the average current through any device, because the semiconductor has, if you remember the structure of three-phase semiconductor, then there will be 3 SCR is present and 3 diodes are there. So due to this type of construction, here the average current through any device is either through the diode or through the SCR. If it is in a phase, then the same diode and same SCR will conduct. If it is not in the phase or out of the phase, then if S1 is conducting, then with that particular SCR the diode D2 will conduct, or if SCR1 is conducted, then diode D3 will conduct. So if this happens, then we can say that it is out of phase. But if same SCR with that particular diode will operate, means S1 and D1 operate, then we can say that there is no phase difference. So here the average current for diode as well as for SCR is calculated, that is given by 1 upon 2 pi 0 to 2 pi by 3. Why here 0 to 2 pi by 3? Because 180 into 2 means 360, divided by 3 means 120 degree. Here the phase difference is taken. So if 120 degree phase difference, so what you have to consider, that at a time one SCR with the different diode is conducting. If it is asked in a question that write the conclusion but which diode or SCR is conducting, so you have to write down that the SCR1 and diode 2 or maybe SCR1 with diode 3 will operate, but no SCR1 with diode 1 will operate, because as here the phase difference is 120 degrees is introduced. That's why here 1 upon 2 pi from integration 0 to 2 pi by 3 I0 d omega t is there. Now if we integrate this term, then there is no term of omega t is present. So the integration of 1 is omega t and limit is from 0 to 2 pi by 3. So it can be written like this, 1 upon 2 pi. Here we take if we integrate this term, then it will become 1 upon 2 pi into I0 into 2 pi by 3. Then 2 pi and 2 pi will be cancelled out. So for this case the answer is I0 upon 3 for this case, the earlier case. If we integrate this term, then 1 upon 2 pi will remain as it is, this 1 upon 2 pi as it is. Integration from 0 to 2 pi, here the I0 is constant, so we write over here like this, I0 upon 2 pi. Here integration of 1 with omega t is taken, so integration of 1 is omega t and limit is 0 to 2 pi by 3, so it is multiplied with 2 pi by 3, 2 pi by 3. So 2 pi and 2 pi will be cancelled out and the remaining term is I0 by 3. So the average current is nothing but I0 by 3. Now if we talk about the RMS current through device, then it is given by 1 upon 2 pi integration from 0 to 2 pi by 3 I0 square d omega t raised to 1 by 2, means the square of the original current with the square root is taken, so it can be written like 1 upon 2 pi from integration 0 to 2 pi by 3 I0 square d omega t raised to 1 by 2. So if we integrate this term, then it can be written like this, I0 upon root 3. Why is this I0 upon root 3? Because it is 1 upon here I0 square is common, so I0 square it can be written like this, I0 square upon 2 pi as it is out of the integration from 0 to 2 pi and only the d omega t. So integration of d omega t is omega t, and if you want to integrate, then it will be again the answer is 2 pi by 3, but here please note that the square root is there, that's why here the answer will become I0 upon root 3. So this is the answer for the RMS current. Now what will be the case of for forward as well as for reverse case? So here each device is turned off due to the application of reverse line voltage. When we apply the reverse voltage, then it will be turned off. So therefore the peak reverse voltage will be equal to the peak line voltage, and peak forward voltage will be equal to the peak line voltage again, but the sign is positive or negative, so it will be here the root 3. So I0 upon root 3, so here it will be equal to root 3 times Vm. Root 3 can be written as 1.73, so it is actually minus root 3 times maximum voltage. Maximum voltage is our line voltage, so it is like minus root 3 Vm for peak reverse voltage. Now what is the peak forward voltage? So in case of peak forward voltage, the negative sign will disappear and the Vm line for the forward case can be written like plus 1.73 Vm. So similarly, when SCR is in a forward bias but not triggered, then in that case Vm for line voltage can be written like 1.73 Vm for phase voltage. So these are the two different cases for forward as well as for reverse voltages. So this is example related to the semi-converter. Now let's take another example related to it. Consider this problem statement. Derive the expression for average load voltage for a semi-converter operates in a 3-pulse mode. Now this 3-pulse mode is the last that we discussed in the previous lecture. 3-pulse mode when we divide the interval into the 2, 4 and 6 interval and 1, 3 and 5 interval. So in case of 1, 2, 4 and 6 we have seen that the freewheeling action will taken place, and due to that freewheeling action the load voltage and load current will become 0. So here also that case will appear where the 3-pulse mode is there. So if you see for this diagram in the question, this diagram is given. So from this diagram you have to calculate the expression of average load voltage, means VLDC you have to calculate. If it is asked that RMS voltage will be you should calculate, so what we have to do is simply take the square of the given voltage and then take the square root, so V square raised to 1 by 2. So here for this given figure, means for this shaded portion, we have to calculate the 3-pulse mode for VLDC, means average load voltage. So let's start. So refer to the shaded portion of the load voltage, means this portion. So for this portion, crossover point is A point, because here if you note that this is taken as a reference point, that's why we take all the readings with respect to that particular A. So now for the average load voltage, it can be written like 1 upon 2 pi by 3, from 1 upon 2 pi by 3, because this shaded portion has the value or the phase difference 1 upon 2 pi by 3, that's why here 1 upon 2 pi by 3 limit is from this alpha to pi, means the shaded portion, this portion is taken. So for this portion, if you note that it will start from alpha, from this point it will start and end over here. So it is a point that alpha to pi, means from firing angle to 180 degree. So 1 upon 2 pi by 3 integration from alpha to pi VRB. Actually it is written like V d omega t, but over here the line of voltage or load voltage is VRB. That's why over here we write VRB. So 1 upon 2 pi by 3 alpha to pi VRB d omega t. Now let's put the values. So this 2 pi by 3 can be written like 3 upon 2 pi. Integration from alpha to pi, VRB can be written like Vm sin omega t. Vm sin omega t. Now if we try to integrate this equation, then it can be written like this. If we integrate this last term, then the integration of sine is minus cos omega t, but limit is from alpha to pi, so minus cos omega t, so minus cos pi minus cos alpha, but cos pi is nothing but minus 1. Already the negative sign is there, so minus minus plus means answer is plus 1. So we can write this like 3 Vm upon 2 pi. This Vm is constant, that's why it is out of the integration. So 3 Vm upon 2 pi cos alpha minus cos pi. So it can be written like this, because as I discussed, this cos pi is nothing but the minus 1. Already here the negative sign is there, so minus minus plus, that's why over here plus 1 will appear and this cos alpha will go this way. So the VLDC will becomes equal to 3 Vm upon 2 pi into 1 plus cos alpha. So this is the final average load voltage value that you can calculate from this. Here average load voltage is same for 3 pulse as well as 6 pulse. So we calculate this for the 3 pulse times. You can also take the case of 6 pulse and calculate the VLDC. The answer for both is same, like this value 3 Vm upon 2 pi into 1 plus cos alpha. You should try this 6 pulse mode, and if you have any query in getting the answer like this, then message me on my WhatsApp number, then we will solve that in the next session. So let's move towards the comparison between the 3-phase semi-converter and 3-phase full converter. So first of all, for the configuration point of view, 3-phase semi-converter and 3-phase full converter both uses the bridge configuration. Number of SCRs, in case of semi-converter 3 SCR is there and 3 diodes are there, while in case of 3-phase full converter all 6 SCRs are connected. Now for the quadrant of operation, in case of 3-phase semi-converter, only rectification will taken place, because it is the first quadrant operation, or it operates in only the first quadrant because of the positive load voltage value. While in case of 6-phase converter, we already discussed in the lectures that it can operate for the rectifier as and as a inverter based on the value of the firing angle. So you can draw the difference for the different quadrant of operation. For energy feedback, not possible. Why it is not possible? Because load to source it is not possible, that's why energy feedback is not there. But in case of 3-phase full converter, the most important advantage is that it operates, or it will operate from the load to source as well as from source to load, and this is the biggest advantage of full converter. That's why here write that the very much possible energy feedback, means from load to source it can transfer the energy. Maximum firing angle for 3-phase we can take it up to the 180 degree, while in case of 3-phase full converter it is 180 degree for inductive type of load and for the 120 degree for the resistive type of load. In case of freewheeling, 3-phase semiconductor freewheeling is present, because we discussed in the last session that when alpha less than 60 degree it operates in a 3 pulse mode, and at the 3 different interval it operates in a freewheeling, and because of that freewheeling the load voltage and current becomes 0. while in case of full converter it is absent. So this is the comparison between the semi converter and full converter. So it can be asked either in a 5 marks or 3 marks question. Same way you can also compare the half wave converter with the semi converter as well as for the full converter. So this type of question of comparison can also be asked. So this is the end of the chapter number 2. We have seen about the introduction of the 3-phase converter, then about the classification, single phase converter, half wave converter for 3-phase as well as single phase, then semi converters, analysis with mathematical values of harmonic factor or maybe the CDF or the other power factor or the numericals based on this topic can be asked in a 5 marks or 7 marks question. It can be also seen about the full converter as a 2-quadrant operation, then different 3-phase rectifiers, semi, full and half rectifier. So this is the end of unit number 2. If you have any query regarding this unit number 2, you can ask me on my WhatsApp number or mail me at my email ID. Thank you for watching.